am heavier traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.
There you go.
I guess there's like a mute button I can tap.
Wow.
That's so
All right,
fancy.
hands off.
It's
now I
too
can't do my
high-tech.
now I can't do my Bill Hicks. Hey.
I just want to hold the mic. Did you know when I started comedy, I held the mic at the top, like Limp Bizkit?
Like a rapper?
Yeah, like a rapper. I was like, "What's up, everybody? Doesn't it suck living at your mom's?" Like, it was ridiculous.
Like you touch it, you like hold it like this. I used to do that. I thought it was like, this is going to be my thing. I actually consciously thought that.
I've been doing this joke about a flight attendant giving a message.
Yeah.
And you have had to watch my act so much.
So much.
Over the last few days, you poor thing. But I started cupping my hand over the microphone during the announcement. Mm-hmm. And when I didn't do that at first, and then when I started doing it, I'm like, this is like performance art. Like, this is like,
it's theater.
That's so funny, because when you did that, I was like, oh, Zoltan's so pro. Like, I didn't know he could do little tricks like that.
I didn't know I could do little tricks like that. First few times I did that joke, I just said it regular, and I'm like, why don't you add a little effect?
Yeah.
A little dramatizations,
I love that. I had a flight attendant bit. I mean, we all had a flight attendant, or have a flight attendant bit. It actually just reminded me of it. I'm going to do it this weekend.
Do it.
But the same thing, you just covered, because it makes it sound like a flight attendant.
Yeah.
I mean, any type of announcement or radio, just cup the mic a bit.
Oh, God. What was it? Well, yesterday, we almost didn't do this podcast because we were stuck. It took us, I don't know how many hours total to get home from Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah. But one time I traveled with you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And it was...
And you chose Fort Myers?
No, that's where we were flying out of to come back. So we flew into Miami because we did Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were in Naples, Florida, doing that off the hook.
Off the hook.
Off the hook. And then so they don't have an airport, or they do, but it's for like private jets. That's how rich they are. We went downtown and I saw what I thought was a real estate office with like with pictures in the window, and I was gonna look up. I'm like, oh, let's see what the houses cost down here. They were private jets. They were I'm not making that up. And then 2 buildings down, it was a yacht dealer. So it was yacht people and private jet people, and I was like, good Lord, this is why they don't have an airport for Delta, because it's private jet airport.
I like the idea that somebody would walk by and go, you know what, let's go. I don't know, we could.
Just a family with ice cream. They're just eating ice cream. They're like, you know what I'm tired of? Having to fly with strangers. Why don't we get one of these PJs? What is that? What the kids call them?
Did any of them look? Did you go, that actually, we could do that?
They don't show you the prices. That's the crazy thing. It wasn't, if it was a real estate place with houses, they would have shown us the prices, and I would have been like, good Lord, we can't afford to live here. But I don't even know what it costs for a private jet. Millions of dollars, I'm assuming, to buy an airplane.
A new jet, $20 million for a new jet, I assume.
Lord. That's crazy.
Wow.
Got to do a lot of flying.
You got to do a lot. Well, I mean, we might get booked for the Saudi Arabian Comedy Festival. So
yeah, but they better be flying us out for that. Imagine transportation's on your own. All right. Do you guys got a boat guy?
We'll talk about that later, but I found that article. I was blown away. But yeah, we got stuck it took us forever to get home. We were supposed to fly from Fort Myers to Atlanta, back home, and our flight kept getting delayed from 1 o'clock to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and we're just stuck at the airport. And then we find another way home through Minneapolis, and then while we're on that flight gets delayed taking off because they're like, we have to pick a new route because of weather, and we have to do math to figure out if we have enough fuel. So I just thought of like a pilot with a pencil and like one of the big calculators with all the buttons, like a graphing calculator, and he's just down there like this. He's like, I don't know.
It took way too long.
We sat on the plane for an extra hour. Yeah. And then so while we're in the air, we're like, we're not going to make it to our connection. So I'm using the Wi-Fi to talk to Delta to get us like another flight the next morning. And then we got that, and then when we landed, Emma and I are like, we got a shot at this. And so we did Run Run Rudolph, Home Alone 2 scene. I left my son. I threw batteries. I shoved an elderly person. Whatever else happened.
I forgot to say that while we were on that flight, we got a notification that our bag made it to San Diego.
Our bag beat us to San Diego on who knows what
Which
flight.
means the guy that rebooked us didn't book us efficiently because our bag made it to San Diego way before we did.
I think it means our original route got there before we did.
I don't know.
Who knows?
That's crazy.
It was insane. It was stupid. And then
I thought you were coming through New York for some reason because it was a disaster here yesterday.
Oh, really?
Flash floods. The subway was flooding. There's videos all over.
I
Of, like,
saw the videos. It
water
looked
pouring
crazy.
into trains. Yeah, my sister-in-law got caught in it and took her like an hour and a half to get like 4 blocks or something like that.
God,
Oh my God.
that looks terrifying. Like I watched the videos of the water coming. Anytime water is shooting up from the ground, you're like, man, how much is down there? Where it's geysering out of holes, just random holes, and the filth that's down there that's now in the water. Like your toenails, whoever walked through that type of water, your toenails are falling off in about a week. And
That's my initial thought. I'm not like, oh no, I hope they don't drown. I was like, oh, hold your feet up. It's so gross because the subway is the grossest thing ever.
Disgusting.
But a wet subway.
Man, can you imagine walking through and just it always drips, and then just having a drip go into your eye? You're like, well, I'm either gonna be blind for life out of that eye, or I'm gonna have the best vision out of that eye. I'm gonna be able to see through walls.
Or a little drip right here. I'm like, well, I have the plague. I have the plague.
Who do I
It's
want to
the
pass
worst.
this kiss of death to?
Oh God,
you're
it's so
the
gross
chosen
down
one.
there.
I got chosen today. Thank you, Miso. Usually you get picked
Yeah?
for the podcast lap
I'm
of the week.
offended.
Well, you should be.
Well, she started there, and then she was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, you were too jittery. You're too jacked up on coffee.
Yeah.
Or maybe she knew. She's like, you know what? She's going to be upset if I leave a bunch of cat hair on the good torn jeans and then a nice white shirt. He's like, he's dressed like crap. Let me go fur him up a little bit. Oh, we're getting both cats. Mushi's going to yell at us too. This is wonderful. Yeah, we got in late last night. The cats were mad at us. Big disaster. They yacked everywhere. So it's been a fun, 6 hours home, 7
Do you
hours
want to
home.
do an intro into the podcast?
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is episode whatever, and this is our bi-tri-weekly podcast that we do sometimes when we can, when it works, when we can link up and when it happens. But
The occasional cast.
the occasional
occasional
cast. I've said this a lot. I don't want to ever accidentally, because I look at successful podcasts and I go, man, what a bummer that must be. Now you just gave yourself a job. My whole point of getting into comedy is I didn't want to have a job. And then people are like, yeah, we can get you advertisers once it starts going well. And then after the advertisers, then you can do 2 episodes a week. And then we can just build it out. And we'll just have rotating guests with producers giving you notes on who the next presidential candidate that you should push. And then it will backfire. And then you look dumb, even though you were dumb in the beginning. And I
Even
don't
though
know
a week
why.
ago, the New York Times called you one of the greatest journalists of all time. Oh my God.
But I don't want that. I just want a room in my place that's dedicated for studios so no one can spend the night. And
I tell people when they come into the studio, if they're trying to start a podcast, they're like, should I do weekly? I'm like, look, do I want you to do weekly? Obviously. As a business person, yes. But as a human, like, and to what end? Like, just
Right.
so every week until what? You're dead?
yeah.
Like, no, just like do a season, do it when you can.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, do you know how many podcasts that I listen to where like I'll forget about it for 2 months, 3 months, and then go, oh, look at this, I have a bunch I can listen to.
Yeah.
Also,
It's like,
did you have Paul Rudd at the studio?
yeah.
Paul Rudd and Michael Cera we saw
At
on
the
your
same time,
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did that happen?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
That's so crazy.
Me and him are buddies since way back. I kind of got him started.
Best
I got him
friends.
started in acting. He was like, should I act? I was like, ugh, I guess.
You got him into the Kapitsky
I
method.
half believed
Yeah.
you when you were telling me that. Like, is he being serious?
Very gullible.
No.
Yeah.
He did an episode of Rick Glassman's podcast, and we recorded it at the studio.
Wow. That's so
But
cool.
I was only there for half of it because I was filming a commercial.
Oh.
Anyway, no big deal. It was crazy though. Have you seen the full episode?
No, we just saw the clip that was posted on Instagram. I got to
Well,
get
did you
into
notice? I don't know if you saw the couch that he was sitting on is not our normal couch. We had to bring in another couch for that episode.
because they trashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice of them.
It turns out that was a buddy's couch of mine. Turns out very expensive couch. He was leaving the country, and he was just like, I just got to get rid of this thing. And then I looked it up because I was going to throw it away, and Becca was like, this looks like an expensive couch. It's like a $4,000 couch.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
So it's on Marketplace right now if anyone's interested in a $4,000 finished couch for $2,000.
They just left it there.
They just needed to go.
Wow.
That's why.
Yeah, it was just for that thing, just for that one shoot because it got destroyed. But it didn't get destroyed. It turns out like it just didn't.
New York is amazing for New York Marketplace or Facebook Marketplace because you found that TV that's supposed to be like $1,000. We got it for half price.
Yeah, I got a $3,000 buffet for $400.
$400.
Crazy.
This gorgeous piece. Even my white trash friends, when they come over, they're like, that looks really nice. Never get rid of that. And then that's when we tell them that thing costs $3,000 and we got it for $400 in New York because some lady who was running around kidnapping Dalmatians had to move last minute, and then we were able to snag this amazing buffet that we're going to have for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, she was a fashion designer. I remember.
Of course she was.
Yeah.
I know you guys are my kind of people. You're like, $400. Yeah. That's my immediate thing. People go, oh, look at that. I'm like, guess how much I didn't pay for it. That's all I care about. Also, can we stop naming furniture things after other things? Because it's not a buffet. It's a countertop with storage. Because a buffet is where I can go stick my head under a chocolate fountain. Like, that's a buffet. Like you don't like have a computer desk and go, oh, this is my all you can eat wings.
Oh yeah,
no, that's a desk.
Yeah, we actually use it for wires and miscellaneous objects. So.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, here's another place I can throw all my clothes that I don't want to put away.
Can you imagine how disappointing it would be if we told Mike, we're like, hey, we have a buffet in our house. He comes over to visit. He has like a bib on, and he
but I have it backwards like a cape.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm ready to chow, and then it's over there, and it just has a vase, and you're like, oh, that's also a buffet,
and a bunch of USB-C cords. I guess I can chew on those like a rat.
There's 2 Xbox controllers that don't work and Guitar Hero. It's good down
that's
there.
So funny.
But yeah, that's so cool that I'm glad the podcast studio is out there crushing. Yeah, Rick Glassman using the space, famous people swinging
cool.
by.
It's cool. It's the summer's a little slower than usual, but it's still been pretty good.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
did they get rid of the downstairs underground nightclub?
Yes, it seems like it. Yeah. They're no longer doing whatever they're doing. They're no longer selling people. Or I don't know what they were doing down there, but it wasn't good. But I guess they're done now. Did I tell you that the firefighters tried to break into my unit? Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to bust
fun.
through your glass front door, which not hard to break through. That would just been, I think I could do it with a screwdriver or one of those like life pens, life hammers, where you just go like that and the whole thing shatters down.
Yeah.
It's pretty easily done.
Yeah. But it was good. That episode of Rick Glassman's show is it's wild. You should watch it.
He's one of the crazy. He's like the Andy Kaufman of podcasting because he does like all these crazy things, but then he's still like a normal guy, and you can't tell when he's messing with you or when he's not.
Yes, it's very difficult.
It's very
even like in person and even like business wise. I'm like, for real? He's like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry, back to typing.
But as long as the check clears or the transfers, the Zelle transfers, whatever the hell they are, as long as they clear, then we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went. We had such a weird trip in Florida because it was Miami and Fort Lauderdale were awesome, and then we went to Naples, and just the first part of the vacation was the first part of the trip was a vacation, and we got a hotel. And what was the name of the hotel in Miami?
Hotel Faina.
The Faina Hotel, and it's too expensive, so we got it on Chase Rewards points.
Nice.
And which is great, but it's also not great because you're still too poor for the hotel.
Right.
Like it's a place where you get the breakfast bill and you're like $122 for breakfast. I just got eggs. I got eggs and a coffee. She got eggs and a coffee. $122, and they're like the tips included, but then they have a line for additional tip, and you're like, the waiter's 45 years old. This is like a seasoned waiter. I think I'm supposed to tip this guy 48%.
You go like this. You go, can we eat breakfast? You're like, no, we cannot. We can go somewhere else for breakfast.
I didn't know acai bowls were market price. I thought that was only for seafood. It was insane. It cost $100 every time we left the room, just tipping all the people that come by. It was like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and for you, and for you,
When we
and for you.
rolled up the car, like 5 people came running at us.
Legitimately. 3 to 5 valet drivers came running. One got the bags. One got my name and information. The other one's tagging my keys. The fourth one's opening the door for Emma. The fifth one's hitting on her. It was like, and I'm like, I'm holding 110, and I'm like,
and then you slow motion peel out of your Kia Soul. Like, you sure you want to do this for this mid-size rental?
It was
budget.
It was a Chevy Equinox.
Yes, Chevy
Close
Equinox.
enough.
By the way, every car in the valet bay, because they park the nice ones right in the front. There was a Lamborghini there. There was one of these Rolls Royces. It was all that type of car. And then our Chevy Equinox, which not a bad vehicle, by the way.
Car.
I liked
Not
it.
for a rental.
For a rental, it was very nice. It was good, decent horsepower, good legroom. I like the buttons.
They have the screens.
They got the screens. They're all pointed at me. It was great. The driver. But yeah, I said this on stage too. I'm not used to like people greeting you. Like the hotels I stay at, no one's running out of the building to greet you to the property. Like if I show up at a hotel and there's an employee outside, it's because they're smoking, and then as I walk in, they're like, I guess my break's done, and then they got to go check me in and give me keys, or I'm checking in so late that the door is locked. Like, and then I'm just doing this through the sliding glass window thing, and then the employee's trying to decide whether or not I'm insane, if I'm gonna let me in or not. It was insane. It was like the fanciest hotel. Miami as a whole, it's like bougie, but it's not classy, which is nice.
No.
It all felt like a joke. It all felt
Everything's a rental Porsche.
yes,
Like
yeah.
everyone's making $60,000, acting like they make $600,000.
Exactly. Like when we were
Orlando's the same way. When I lived down there, everyone was just like up in debt up to their eyeballs.
It's a lie. Like we were at that cocktail place, and we were looking around, and that's what made me feel comfortable to be there, because it was very bougie. Everything's very high end. But then everybody there is like, what are we doing here? Like, this is insane. What am I wearing? You know, everyone's there with like prostitutes. Remember those 2 ugly business guys with like 4 21-year-old women that
It was weird, yeah.
you could tell, like, the men were only talking to each other. The women were talking to each other, but awkwardly, because they didn't know each other. They're just off the same escort site or whatever. And then one of them gets up and goes, we go to hotel room now. And then you're like, oh, wow. This is, how do you report that to the police? There's 2 ugly men with 4 women that are too beautiful. I send everybody.
Sir, how do you know they're prostitutes? I mean, just show up, buddy. You'll know.
Take a look. Take a look.
It's painfully obvious,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
But it was a tough hotel to stay at. I feel like when you stay at one of these, they should give you like a shirt that says Chase Rewards points, just so like nobody.
But they don't bother you.
Yeah, they don't bother. Like,
Leave us alone.
Yeah, this guy's broke. He made a mistake.
Yeah.
Let him just walk around and look at stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a Make-A-Wish kid at Disney. Goofy's going to give you an extra long hug, you know? And not expect you to follow the proper decorum.
Yeah.
We saw the Nick Jonas at the hotel too.
Nick Jonas was staying at our hotel. We saw him in the elevators as we were going to go up after a night out. And who's his wife? Someone
Mrs.
big
Jonas.
too.
Priyanka something.
Yeah, she's like an actress with more Instagram followers. We snooped after.
More Instagram followers than Nick Jonas?
Yeah. Yeah, she has like
she's
50 million. He only has 30 million.
Lame.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it was Nick Jonas because they had a giant mean bodyguard, a big menacing guy. And I was just focusing on him because he was just mad dogging us for being in the elevator area. And I didn't understand why he was being so mean. And then after we ended up in separate elevators and Emma was like, do you know who that was? And I was like, who? He's like, that was Nick Jonas. And I was like, whoa. I was too busy looking at the mean guy. Like, that was the bodyguard. What are you looking at that guy for? I was like, because it looked like he was about to throw me across the street. That's why.
He was really mean looking.
He was so menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Imagine having a happy one just walking around. Hey, I'll protect you. No, you won't. Give me the guy with scars. I don't
That's
need
what you
this.
said. You said if you have a bodyguard, you'd be like apologizing for him.
I would feel so, I would feel so rude that this guy is just mad dogging strangers waiting for the elevator, that I would like come around and be like, hey, just so you know, we pay him to do this. Like, this is his job. You're doing fine, but this is his whole thing. And
Sorry, I never meant to get this famous. I thought I was going to end at one cat video, and now look at me. I employ an armed man.
if I was in the elevator with Nick Jonas and I looked at him, I don't think I would have made the connection because I'm an bop guy. I'm Hanson.
Yes.
I'm that generation. She's Jonas Brothers. I'm Hanson. So, like, if there's three brothers singing and you're not blonde and you're not last named Hanson, I don't know who you are. You're not, I don't know Jonas Brothers.
To be fair, I don't know either. Like, I don't even listen to the Jonas
Well, you knew his face.
I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's pop
more than me.
culture now. He's not. That's not from music. I mean, he was just on Broadway, which I heard was really good.
Ooh. Was it bad?
There was not. The reviews were not pleasant.
Good.
A lot of them were like, "Hey, thank God the other person in the show could sing." Not that he can't sing, but like Broadway singing.
Yeah,
different.
sing. Yeah, you have to sing
As
like
someone who's never done it,
Yeah.
I know the difference.
it's different to sing a pop song and then to sing a paragraph of verbiage. I'm walking down the street, there are birds sniffing my rear. Like, that's different than, like, I'm at the nightclub, butt cheeks be bouncing, or whatever.
What was that?
You know, whatever.
Well, I think we
the
just
genre
named
is.
the episode. Butt cheeks be bouncing.
I mean, that's all there was in Miami. Oh my God. Remember we were on the beach in
Spent
Miami?
too much time in South Florida. Yeah.
We were on the beach in Miami. It just smelled like burnt plastic out there. Like, everyone, all the women were melting. I was like, all the women are all done up, fake lips, fake everything from the neck down, but they're all terrified of the sun because I don't know if any of that stuff does well in blistering heat. So they're all like, just like trying to wear a hat because their duck lips are burning off.
Yeah, I saw a lot of indentations
Yeah, weird indentations.
in the stomach. There were just like holes.
Yeah, people that didn't wait for the Ozempic and then just went for some weird tummy tuck and then definitely got a coupon for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
I dated a girl once who had won her boobs in a radio contest. Speaking of like coupon or free plastic surgery,
Oh my God.
yeah. It was.
She was the 10th caller.
Yes.
What city?
I don't want to say. She was very sweet. Great girl, but I feel bad now because she watches my stories. So if this becomes a clip, that's fine. But you can. But yeah, that's what I remember. She told me. I was like, well, that's an interesting way to get that done. I mean, look, I'm looking for a good discount, but if someone said, hey, I'll do it for free in exchange for promo on the local country station.
I wonder if part of the deal
I'm
is
keeping
like.
my pants on.
I wonder if part of the deal is one of her nipples has to look like the logo to the radio station. Wait, don't make that face.
Just say it.
There was some damage. It wasn't. I mean, look.
Oh.
It didn't. I don't think it turned out exactly how she wanted it to.
You know what? What radio contest does turn out exactly how you want? You know, let's say you win tickets to meet Bon Jovi backstage. I'm sure in your head you're going to be like, oh, we're going to have this great conversation about arena football because he owned an arena football league. And then we're going to hit it off. And next thing you know, I'm going to be playing tambourine in Bon Jovi. But then you go over there and you just say hello. You say, hi, my name's Dane. And then he calls you Dan. And then you take a photo. And then that's it. And that's kind of what happened with this girl and her radio boobs. You know,
Yeah.
she probably thought they were going to turn out to be this amazing thing. And then she's got one pointing northeast, the other one pointing southwest. And then you got what you got. It's a radio. You were the 10th caller.
Technically, she's got to pay extra for him on an airplane.
What?
They might have got him a little too big. Anyway.
Could you imagine putting your seat back and then there's some sort of bounce and you're like, what the hell is that? And then you turn around and it's just this lady looking over the mountains going, yeah, probably gonna have to keep that upright. And then you're like, oh good golly.
That's
But
so
she has an extra cup holder. Look at that.
That is what we experienced in Florida.
What?
A lot of
Big boobs?
a lot of plastic. Yeah. Also in Naples too. It was just older.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just people. I said this in Naples because, like, Naples is a tough crowd. I think because they're loaded and older, and they also, a lot of them don't have. They have a look on their face that, like, it's just kind of like the help walked in the wrong door. Like that kind of look on their face. And it made me feel very uncomfortable on stage. But then I would meet these people after the show and they're like, oh, we loved you. This was amazing. And I was like, oh, that's just where the doctor put your face.
Yeah.
In a way that, like, just looks kind of smoldering. Like, we're going to have to fire
laugh
him.
lines. So they can't laugh. They're like intentionally not laughing. So you know how much I paid for this face? I will not be laughing.
Yeah,
that's how they laugh.
Dude, when you get your face pulled back to a point, all you have is your lower. So there's people laughing like fish eating food. Just looks like feeding time at the koi pond. Like it's a weird view from my end. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they eat.
Some of those people were actually displeased, though.
yeah.
Like,
Wow. Shots fired.
I'm just saying.
What? Who?
I don't know. It was just a lot of, like,
You didn't tell me till now. What did I say? Did I trash them too hard?
no, I'm not talking about you, like, displeasing them. I'm just saying, like, in general, their
They're
vibe
just
was
displeased in life.
displeased, yeah.
It's because their life is too easy. It's like too. I don't know how to describe it because they live on the beach. We live. I mean, we're not on the beach, but we live San Diego, so there's a lot of beach. But it's different over there. It's like too clean, too manufactured. It's too. Everyone's in a perfect dress. Everyone's in a perfect suit. Everyone's in Mercedes. It looks kind of boring, quite honestly.
Everyone looks the same.
Everyone looks the same. Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, everyone just kind of looks the same. It's like that movie Pleasantville that came out in the late 90s, the black and white film, where everyone, it's like the whole basketball team hits their jump shots, they all go in. Everyone's the prom king. It's, I don't know, it looks devoid of life. Is how I would describe it.
Well, it's like you go like to a housing development and like there's like 5 different houses that they'll build and like
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, and then A, B, C, D, E. Just because that's like the building plans they have.
Yeah.
That's like I have to assume that's like a plastic surgeon. Like, how many options do they have with like 7 square inches? It's
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm going to give you the A, and like, oh, your face fits the A too. Like, they're all doing the same thing. Everyone wants the same result.
Yeah,
So
and
like,
everyone's
dude,
buying their clothes from the same, like, 10
Same
stores.
store, same 10 stores. Everyone's
That's
going to the
crazy.
same breakfast. Yeah, it's weird. We, because there are, by the way, this isn't all the people in Naples, and the people that came to my show.
Yeah, there were some disgusting people in Naples. Don't get it twisted. There was some boofed-looking people.
They had some people come down, like, because Fort Myers is nearby. That's where we flew out of because we weren't flying home on a private jet. And I had this. Remember when we went into that store and we had the wrong? You ever have the wrong emphasis?
Credit card? Oh.
No. Have you
The
ever,
wrong credit score?
you ever talk to somebody and they say something in a tone and you match it and then you realize they meant something else? Like they come in, they say something with like a negative tone and you're like, oh no, that's terrible. And they're like, isn't it great? And you're like, whoa, yeah, of course. That's what we were talking to this guy who worked at the stadium gallery. It was all these sports photos and stuff. We went in there for some AC and I started talking to the guy. He asked where we're from. I was like, San Diego. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And then we started talking about hurricanes in Fort Myers because Fort Myers got hit by a lot of hurricanes. And I was like, yeah, I had a couple friends that live there and they got hit by 2 of them. So they moved. And he's like, yeah, it's a shame. A lot of people aren't rebuilding. And I'm like, that sucks. And he's like, yeah, it's rough. They are building a Margaritaville up there. And I'm like, oh, that's horrible. And he's like, it's great. And I'm like, yeah, that's amazing.
He starts going off about how great Margaritaville is.
I just start going, pina coladas. Like, who doesn't like a Margaritaville? Because to me, that sounded, I forgot that people like that crap. I forgot that people like Margaritaville. Like, to me, it just sounded sad to build a giant chain resort on the bones of people's lives and homes. And because they can't come back and rebuild, we're just going to build this fake cruise ship dock. And I was like, that sounds so sad. Someone coming by with coconut shrimp while pina coladas playing in the background. It just sounds sad to me, but that's not how he meant it, even though that was the tone he delivered it in.
Well, he probably did mean that. It's like, oh, they're building Margaritaville. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I know. It's not going to be built for like another year. It's a bummer, dude.
That's how he said it. He's
mediocre nachos and watered down drinks. This is what we need. This is what this neighborhood needs.
Can it be
I'll tell
ready?
you, I love a Margaritaville, by the way.
I don't know if I've been to one.
Yeah.
They're awful. Let me just say that. They're terrible. Dave and Buster's, pure trash.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't like them. You know? Like, I think there's a difference between, like, liking a place that sucks
Yeah.
and liking it because it sucks.
Right.
You know?
It's like,
and yeah.
My
when
buddy,
when we first moved out of, or not moved out, but when, like, the first place we went when COVID was kind of like, you can go places now.
Yeah.
We were just walking around Times Square, like, 'cause it was still empty, like, what that, and then Margaritaville just opened in Times Square, so we went to the rooftop deck because it was outdoors, and it was the first time, like, we had been out, and, like, after months and months and months of being trapped, and then we get to see the city, and we see the lights and the thing, and we were both getting emotional, like, oh my God, like, I can't believe I almost cried at Margaritaville because of how beautiful it was. And there's kind of like this like nostalgic thing with Margaritaville. For every time we pass it, I'm like, a couple marks? What are we doing here?
Well, I don't know when this place opens in Fort Myers, but I now highly recommend you go. Fort Myers, apparently they're going to build it over the houses they're not rebuilding, and it will be a thing. You know, you can go have a good time. I want to go to a Margaritaville. I just didn't know the tone he was saying it in, you know?
Yeah.
I thought he was saying it in a isn't that horrible tone, which made sense with the sentence. And then me being a people pleaser, I'm just matching him. And I'm like, yeah, that does sound like crap. He's like, whoa, oh, you think it's great? Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Nachos. Let's go.
When was the last time, because you did cruises a lot, that you went into like a Senior Frogs? Did you ever go in them for like, oh, this is kind of fun, and then later you're like, what's going on here? Like, how did I ever think this was fun?
I only went into them sad because I was working on them. So probably the last one I went into is probably 2019. And when we would land, that's the sad part of working as a comic on a cruise ship is you're not with people. You're by yourself. So like, yeah, there's a whole family getting hammered at a Senior Frogs or a Margaritaville. And then there's one guy off to the side at the bar just kind of hunched over his phone using the Wi-Fi because he doesn't have an international phone plan. And he's just like having a beer by himself trying to look around going, this isn't that bad. That's a very different experience from like a family of four wearing Mexican wrestling masks and eating nachos through the mask. It's a very different.
No, the mouth hole is made of napkin. Oh, yeah. You guys really figured it out. I want to apologize for that impression, by the way.
We don't know what accent that was.
Good. It wasn't one.
It wasn't.
It was
one.
ambiguous.
It was an ambiguous. It was an ambiguous accent. But yeah, I don't. I remember I told you Rui took me, my opener Rui Montilla, he took me to Chili's after our show in Tampa because he's like a rewards member at Chili's, and he's like he typed in his number into the iPad on the table and we got unlimited chips and salsa, which is really cool. And he has points. He's like, let me use my points. He got his discount. I don't know. There's like a lounge. I don't know what there is at Chili's, but like,
you imagine the Chili's airport lounge.
But we went in there, and I got to tell you, I've always had a good meal. As much as we make fun of chain places, Chili's, Applebee's, I've always had a good meal there. I took you to a Chili's. You had a good time. I think it was in Jacksonville.
They actually have good chili.
Did you have chili there?
I had chili. It was good.
I didn't know they had chili there.
I used to be I could only eat the food if the name of the restaurant was a food. I'd have to eat that food there. Because I assumed that's all they had when I was a kid. Chili's, chili. Waffle House, waffle. or meth.
Well, remember in the 90s, it was Chili's baby back ribs. I want my baby back ribs. I thought those were human baby ribs. When I was a kid, I was like, there could be a shot. Because I didn't have, that's the downside of growing up as an only child. You can't turn to your older sibling and go, hey, do you think that's real baby bones? And then when you're by yourself, you're just like, that's probably real baby bones. You know? And it's just like a way to recycle.
Don't you have a brother?
Yeah, a younger brother. He was born when I was like 13. So this happened. He wasn't born until 2000. So in 97, 98, when I'm over there wanting, baby back ribs.
Does he know that you consider yourself an only child? Is he just finding out?
So, when your only sibling is born when you're 13, you kind of were an only child for like your developmental years. That's why I'm selfish. That's why, like, Emma and I have noticed a lot of our similarities are because I was an only child for the first 13 years and she was the baby of her family. So like we're both sore losers. Like if we play a board game and one of us loses, like I beat her at Battleship a year ago and I still bring it up sometimes. And she, I can see her simmering anger, you know?
Yeah, or when we lost pickleball to our friends.
Oh my God, we started playing pickleball. And the couple we play with beats us all the time because they're good. They've been playing longer. But we had another couple friends stay with us last week. And we're like, have you ever played pickleball? And they're like, no. And then me and her got a sinister grin. We're like,
our time is nigh.
Yes. And then we went online and we ordered high-end pickleball mallets. Like, because we had some cheapos. And we're like, well, we're going to give these cheapos to them. And then we got some high-end ones that give you a little more thrust. And we went and played them, and they beat us so fast.
So fast.
So fast. Like, it wasn't even... like, the other couple we play with, I think they're, like, trying to be friendly, so they take longer to beat us. Mm-hmm. But this couple beat us so fast, and then Brandon, every time he'd score on us, he'd go, I guess I still remember my tennis days. And I just, like, Emma and I wanted to, like, choke him with the net. Like, we were so mad. And then Emma's like, oh, it's because we're not used to the new paddles, which we weren't. Like they have more oomph on them, so you just tap it and you hook it off into the stratosphere. And then she was like, let's switch mallets. And I'm like, no, because if we switch and they still beat us, we won't have an excuse.
Yeah.
At least we have the excuse of we're not used to these paddles, you know?
Yeah. And then
I love the idea that you're ridiculing them when you invited them.
Yes.
You son, get up.
Yeah, and then afterwards, we were like so sad for 2 hours, I want to say. Zoltan and I were just like,
such sore losers. Such sore losers. I remember when I was a kid, my mom and I would play Monopoly one-on-one, which is the best example of today's economy. And if she was ever winning, I would just start crying, and then she'd give me money out of the bank, and I'd be like, thank you. But then as an adult, no one does that to you anymore, and we just lose, and then you just got to face the people that beat you, and you're like...
When I was younger, I just used to flip the board game.
Can you imagine that? A family of what, 6 of you playing a board game and the youngest one just...
When I realized I was going to lose, I'd go...
she still does it.
I don't.
She still kind of do.
No, I don't.
Just clear the board game.
I don't have kids, but I feel like if my kid flipped a board game while everyone was playing, I'd be like, that's the last time that's ever going to happen. Like, I'm going to chain you to the radio. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just can't imagine being like, well, that's just them.
Whoa.
Like, no.
Easy,
no.
Miso. That's
He's
so
flipping
funny.
a game.
That's so funny.
Miso just kicked over
I think she froze something. I think she knocked her thing off. Miso.
God damn it.
The camera's gone.
You ruined.
How does it feel?
What did she do?
She knocked something. She had to yank something or jerk something.
It says that Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can still
Oh, okay.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Why don't you take over the show, Mike, while we're fixing this?
Well, speaking of cats knocking things over, I've been really wanting to get into how my dog almost died last week and took out all of our wedding money.
Oh,
how's everyone doing today, folks?
Oh, no.
It's 88 degrees here on a Tuesday.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
you can go ahead with that. Even though you can't see us, I'm recording on the other thing, so just assume what our faces are. That's terrible.
Dude, just word of wise to anybody who has an animal. If you like automatically reorder medicine, like if they have to take medicine,
Yeah.
double check it, because we have like little pain, because she's 13. She's an old broad. You know, she's got arthritis. She's mean, all this stuff. So we got these little like pain pills that we've always given her. There's a tiny little half of one, little bitty hair of a pill every day. And they just resent us chewables, which we didn't know. They were like treats. And somehow she got like, because she'll sometimes get into the cabinet, like we'll tape it shut and she'll still figure a way to get in. Somehow she got her hands, she smelled these treats, which were narcotics, ate a 90-day supply.
Oh, boy.
And Becca comes home and she sees the pill bottle everywhere, and her beard is covered in orange, like goo. And she's like, "Oh no!" So then she ran her to the vet. The vet made her puke, and they're like, "You got to go to the emergency vet because this is way too much pills for this size dog." Takes the dog to the emergency vet, and I meet her there from work, and then she goes, "They're like, we can't fix this here. She's probably going to die
Good God.
unless you take her to Red Bank, New Jersey, where they have this specialty machine, which was essentially the same machine that like Mick Jagger would use to like clean his blood when he was too strung out. They put catheters in her neck and then sucked the blood out, pulled the plasma that had all the medicine in it, then replaced the plasma and then put her blood back into her body overnight.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And that is a $15,000 procedure in case
my
anyone's
God.
interested.
Good Lord.
And
You guys
so
did it?
that's, I mean, what do you do?
I would do
You know?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at her and go, "You sorry, kid, you're dead."
Yeah.
Like, ugh, you can't. So
Yeah.
she, that was 2 weeks ago.
Good Lord, man. I'm sorry.
And now she looks stupid because she's got her. Is she here? Hang on, let me see if I can get her. I'm at home. I'm not in the studio. Sandy,
Now she looks stupid.
come here. Come here.
Aw.
Come here, sweetie pie.
Look how dogs come over when you call them.
Yeah.
That's what it's like to have a pet.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, go beneath.
So now she's getting. See, how do you say no to this sweet girl?
Yeah.
Say no.
Yeah, please take all
So-
my money.
Now she's got all these like little chicken wing cuts from all the IVs.
Oh,
Where's the other one,
God.
Sandy? And then this one, and she looks so stupid
Aw.
with her little. Oh wait, she's got that one. And then, come on, Sandy. Where's her? Where's her thing?
I love how Mike has a voice too for his dog.
Everyone has a dog
yeah.
voice.
Come here, let me take her bra.
Dan
off.
Soder
Hold
had
on.
a good joke about that. He's like, if you don't have an animal voice, you're a creep. That means you come over.
I think so.
Yeah, and then you're like, Moshi. You just talk to him like a person.
Yeah. Oh, watch out! Watch out! There you go. Okay.
Aw.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to show you off.
I'm trying.
So here's her little. Oh, come on, Sandy.
Aw.
Help me out, you big goofball.
She's got a bunch of bald spots because they hooked
No,
her up
she's
to
got
all
like
the.
a huge. Oh, come on. Where are you? Now I feel like I'm torturing her. Come on, where'd your thing go?
Oh, God.
It's so big. Oh, wait, here it is.
This is going to
It's
end
on
in him
this side.
having to run off.
Yeah. So you see, like, this huge shave.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had to put catheters in her, so now she's got this, like, half belly. Say hi, Sandy.
Hey,
We're
Sandy.
glad you're alive.
Yeah, she looks fine now. She looks 100%.
Well, she's back. She's back at it, still being a little twit. Oh, all right, go back to your bed. You know, $15,000, and she goes and eats trash. So that's pretty tight. Hey, out of there! Don't you do it. She loves the trash. She's a little. We call it trash soup because she'll just go in there and start picking out little things she likes and then
Yeah.
eats it, kicks the rest of it out, and then she goes and sits back down.
I think that's a real.
good.
Speaking of trash, do you want to trash the company that decided to put their food into snack form?
Any of them. I can't. Alluvia, something like that.
Alluvia?
I still got a phone call. I'm gonna try to get them to pay for it because we didn't order that stuff. They just like auto-filled in our cart, and it came to us.
What's the website that you use?
I don't know.
Chewy.
No, we use some other. I don't know. Becca hates big conglomerates, so she tried to find the smallest small one.
Well, I hope their insurance is good because they're about to get sued.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That's terrible, man.
But that was literally like all like it wiped out. 15 grand. It's like, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to take a honeymoon now because that's our honeymoon. We're just going to walk around the neighborhood with her, cheersing champagne. Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
We're going to still try. We got points, so maybe we're going to try to do something with points.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess just put it all on a credit card and then claim fraud. And then like someone stole our credit card and spent $15,000 at some animal hospital in West Bank, New Jersey. I don't even live in West Bank, New Jersey. I don't even have a pet. I don't know what the hell.
There's video of you bringing in your dog screaming and crying. No. That wasn't me.
That was it.
You have a shirt on with your face on the shirt. It's not my merch.
Is this you on your hands and knees begging the vet to save your dog?
It was crazy. The vet, it's a specialized thing. Like the vet that had to do the procedure with the blood.
Yeah.
We were in Flushing at the ER vet. The vet had to drive. They had to like call of the vet from like, because it was night. Woke up, drove to Red Bank from Flushing. She was like 2 blocks. She used to work at that vet.
Oh my God.
So she had to drive 2 hours to go do this too. And then the nurse was a specialized nurse. She was in like, I think she was drinking that night because she was in like a giant Rolling Stones t-shirt and Crocs. These people were the best, by the way. Like the 15 grand, like it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
That they don't set the price, but the doctor, the nurse, they were like top-notch people.
That's awesome.
They were
great.
so sweet. They've called us several times to check in on her. But yeah, that was a wild couple of days, and then we had to go back to another vet to check her levels to make sure that she had got leveled out, and they were like her liver levels are through the roof, like
in
and
a
they
good
told
way.
us too, no, in a bad way. And that doctor was like, "Yo, we might have to." Like if you don't leave her here overnight, which is what we recommend to like put her on fluids and tons of liver medication, I'm going to write in the notes that she's going into hospice care with you because it's a 50-50 shot. She dies tonight.
Whoa.
And we're like, what? Like Becca's losing her mind. And I had to like talk to the doctor separately. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
But then she came back fine. And now she just looks like a little shaved rat.
No, we have an
And then
old
we're like, we
bra,
need to
too.
get her groomed. And it's like, with what money?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
just got to do that yourself.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. She's usually getting beard trimmers. That's what's happening to
Yeah.
her.
You get sheep shears and then you work the back door with that.
Sheep shears. I should get that.
Yeah, no, that's
a
what
good idea.
I remember. Emma bought a pair of like high-end sheep shears, and that works better with animal hair. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're thick.
Still nothing cuts through Mushi's hair.
Oh, Miso's.
Oh yeah, her.
Miso's is like a triple coat. Mushi, we have to smear food in a bowl, and while she's licking the food, we can kind of give her a trim. How are we doing on time?
It's like 50 and change.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's someone outside. Who is it?
Sheep
it's just the mailman.
Oh, it's the mailman, Andrew. He knows I'm a comedian.
Canadian? Or
Comedian. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, I didn't. It's been fun. He was like, I noticed on your mail it said Zoltan comedy, and I was like, oh, maybe he runs a comedy club, and then he's like, then I found out someone I know knows you, and he's like, oh, I delivered mail to his house. I'm like, that's awesome. You get hooked up.
Now I know where he lives.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's like the low end. This is whatever level of fame this is. This is the perfect amount because no one likes me enough to kill me or wear my skin. It's like the perfect amount.
Well, knock on wood when you say something like
Yeah,
that.
don't kill me, you guys. Don't wear my skin. It's not even good skin. It's got high cholesterol. I got my blood test.
Oh, yeah.
I got my.
That's no good.
I have to talk to my doctor today, but I had my blood test 2 weeks ago, and then they called me when I was in Florida, and they said, "Hey, you got to come in on Tuesday to talk to the doctor. We got your blood test results." And I said, "That's not good. Usually, you just, if everything's cool, you leave me alone." right? And then they're just like, we'll see you Tuesday. And then but then you can, on my chart, the app, you can see your own blood tests. So Emma just took my blood test results and threw them into Chat GPT.
Sure.
What do I got? I got high cholesterol.
High cholesterol, low iron, and low vitamin D.
Yeah.
ChatGPT just replied, "Oof."
Yeah.
Is that a medical? Okay.
You know what I do have? Incredibly high testosterone. Just
That's good.
I know you can't see, but I flexed into the camera. But
They didn't test for that.
yeah. But then, yeah. So I'm all bummed out because of the high cholesterol. I don't know. We'll talk to the doctor. We'll see what they have
That
to say.
feels like you can get that down. That seems like one of those things that like you need that for 50 years for it to be a problem.
Yeah. I think it'll be all right. But we were in the airport and Emma's talking to her mom in Farsi, but like it's packed airport.
At the airport?
At the airport.
I was talking in a low voice. Like
Yeah, it was a low voice.
Oh,
but
even better.
I'm a quietly soft-spoken person.
you're quietly soft. Yeah, but but I can hear the conversation. I don't understand Farsi, but then I would hear Zoltan, high cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Yeah, cholesterol. And then she gets off the phone and I'm like, "You told your mom I have high cholesterol?" And I'm like, "That's like private medical information. That's like a federal
I hate
offense."
that.
And then people
I hate oversharing.
yeah, and then people around us are laughing because I think all they heard was me go, "You told your mom I have high cholesterol?" Because everyone's sitting, so now everyone's laughing.
She says, Zoltan, Burger King. I didn't hear you say high cholesterol, but I put it together.
That was the best. Afterwards, she's like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, "Well, I heard my name and I heard cholesterol." So I was like, "Clearly, you told her." Apparently,
I don't know what it is. Women, you women, you love to just tell your family about all of our problems.
My mom was on your team, though. She was like, "Oh, it's not a big deal at that age."
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I had Becca's mom one time. We were up there. She goes, "How's the weight loss going?" I go, "What?" It's like, why do you know? What? Oh, I tell her everything. Like, well, you're about to stop being told everything. How about that? How about that?
Yeah, I'm private. My mom and I are actually both that way. Like, my mom will tell me, I remember a few years ago, the doctor thought she had something, and then she had to go to a specialist, and then they found out it was nothing. It was just a mistest or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she didn't tell me about it until after everything was done. Mm. So she didn't call me after the first test and was like, "Listen, the doctor think maybe something, but I go check it out." Afterwards, she goes, "Hey, I want to let you know I've been dealing with this for 2 months, but it turns out it was nothing." And I'm like, how responsible of you.
Yeah.
How responsible of you to not stress me out with the in-between parts and just tell me at the end whether or not something's good, bad, indifferent. Do I need to change plans? Do I need to be there for you? Or what needs to happen? Because like that just stresses.
Parents do that.
Yeah, they do. But I'm glad my mom keeps it to herself.
Yeah.
But I want her to share. But also, let me know when you know. Don't give me the in-between.
Yeah, I always get the like, "Oh, I've already done my third treatment" conversations. Like, "Oh, it started in '98." I'm like, what? They don't tell me anything, my family. It's crazy.
Yeah, it just comes out over dinner. What? You didn't know I have a pig's heart? And you're like, yeah.
Between Christmases, it's like, "Oh, Merry Christmas." It's like, "We're just so happy Mom's alive." I'm like, because of why?
Oh my God.
Oh, well, because of the cancer stuff. I'm sorry, what? Like that's happened before.
Oh,
I'm like, you
my
guys
God.
got it. Well, she's not had it, but she had like cancerous tumors and like that they caught super early and then it's gone, very, very lucky stuff.
Right.
But I'm like, this is something that this is at least a text,
Yeah. Yeah.
a phone call, something.
Yeah.
At least a heads up.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something
wow.
about like
Something.
the men in the family too. Like my brother, there's 4 of us. My brother never knows anything.
It's 3 sisters and a brother, and the brother's left out. The sisters talk.
Yeah.
Where does he live? Is he close to the family or
No.
no?
No, he's in
See,
the Bay
I'm the
Area.
only one. I'm far away.
Yeah.
I'm the farthest away. They all live near each other, not me.
Yeah, I think that's why you're left out, and you're a fella. So I think your sisters are probably like, let's not bother Mike with this.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but I had to have like a heart procedure a couple years ago where I had to like be put under. It was like heart surgery. And I was talking to my mom beforehand and she's like, you don't need us to like come up for that, do you? I was like, Don't answer the question for me, Mom.
Do you-
Yeah, how about we're coming up and then let me fight you? How about that? Instead of, you don't, the answer's no, right?
No, what I
good.
wanted to hear is we're coming up and I'm going to be in full clown regalia to cheer you up and make sure everything goes okay.
And if it shows you probably why I had to have the surgery is because the only person that visited me in the hospital was a friend of mine who was, I met, we became friends because I drank at his bar so much, and he was my bartender.
You felt responsible.
I probably
Wow. That's
very
like
sweet of him to come.
That's
Yeah.
like a chapter out of a Bukowski novel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that
a
was
little bit,
beautiful. Wow. Well, I'm really glad Sandy's okay.
She's doing great. You want to come back and say hi, Sandy? Sandy. No, she knows that I'm just going to hold her up and show her off. I'm
Yeah.
not your toy. Oh, there she is.
Sandy.
She literally looked me in the eyes and turned around and went right back to her bed. She's
She's
little
like, you're
witch.
still on the podcast. I know where this is going to go.
She
You're
knows
just
what
trying
I'm
to
doing.
show me off. Pets hate looking into the screen or into the camera lens because they know it's evil.
Yeah.
They know it's evil.
Yeah. When we got her to, her eyes weren't good. I don't think she can see that well.
Oh.
She had like all these cysts on her eyes. You know, they're all like, woo, woo. Couple tumors. She's all right.
Dogs have good smell. I don't think they need to. I don't think they need 20/20 vision.
No.
They just need a good snout, and they can feel their way around. You ready? Emma's getting a haircut today. We're actually both getting a haircut. She's getting
I'm getting my hair dyed.
a dye job. She's gonna be gone for like 9.5 hours. I'm getting a haircut. I'll be done in 45 seconds.
Why don't you get them all cut?
What?
Instead of just a haircut, get them all cut.
Oh,
It's a dad joke.
dad joke. Okay.
She hates it.
Do you get it? What color are you gonna dye it?
I don't know. Some sort of like caramel, toffee, honey. Those are the words I've heard.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Something to throw off ice. Is
All
what,
of it sounds sticky.
something to throw off ice and something to match this passport. But no, yeah, you're getting a hair dye job, and that's going to take like 5 hours.
Yeah.
My haircut's going to take 4.5 seconds, and then I guess I'll do something to kill time.
Yeah.
But I guess this comes out next week. This coming week, I'll be in Austin, Texas, and then you're going to Orlando this weekend, so this won't work.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Orlando?
It's a comedy and food festival called Taste Funny. It's going to be a blast. I've done it before. These people are out of their minds, and I'm very excited. There's going to be somebody from Top Chef is there that I get to do like a thing with.
Whoa.
I'm doing like a cocktail demo, hosting Dirty Bingo, doing a show. It's a great time.
That's awesome.
That sounds fun.
No, it's going to be great. I'm so
Dude,
excited.
I hope you have a blast over there. I just
I'm
remember-
renting an electric car. I mean, things are getting crazy. I'm going to try to wink my way into a drop top, to a convertible. Let's see how much charm I can get out of this Enterprise rent-a-car.
Hey, if
We'll
anybody
see.
can do it, it's Mike. You have the charm. You just got to
fingers
lean
crossed.
over that and go, is that the best you can do?
Let me ask you a question.
Something like that. They'll get him into something.
You own the car? You don't own the car.
Just let me have it.
Just let me have it. Take it for a spin.
Who's going to even know?
Nobody.
Well, I hope you have a blast in Orlando. I was just there 2 weeks ago at the Funny Bone, and then we went to a bar with a couple of the comics, and the bar was full of 21-year-olds all watching like the season finale of Love Island. So it was the most crazy thing I've ever seen. It was like the type of bar that should have a DJ. No DJ, all these screens everywhere, everyone sitting silently with bated breath watching Love Island. And we were
crazy.
like, oh, we're not going to be able to talk here. We're going to be beat up by Gen Zers. So we ended up leaving and going somewhere else.
Who were the comics? I know a couple Orlando guys.
Ken Miller,
Ken Miller.
the legend of Orlando. He was hosting
Yeah.
for Rui and I had heard the name. Rui had heard the name, and he couldn't have been more hospitable. So he and a couple of the other comics that were, they weren't on the show, but they were just hanging out. We all went out, and the Orlando comedy scene could not have been more hospitable. And,
They really are.
Yeah, like come on out. You know, it took us in like they'd known us for years. So, but But
Ken Miller's been around since I was living in Florida, and that was 20-something years ago. 20,
wow.
25 maybe.
Yeah, we did the math. He and I both started comedy around the same time.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, because he's 06 and I'm 06, or he was 05, I was 06.
Where in Florida were you living?
I lived in Orlando, but I was there hanging out before I was doing comedy, going to see comedy. So that's how I I didn't know him, but that's how I knew of him. Yeah, him, Ross Padgett. Who else I know? Roger Stanton. He just moved up here. Carlos Valencia? No, Carlos something. Doesn't matter. Great people.
Orlando has a long history. Florida in general actually has a long history of very good comics coming out of there. Brian Regan.
Milk District
Todd
has
Barry.
the Milk District comedy show. That's a good time.
Yeah. Orlando has a nice community there, even though it looks like it's just all theme parks and theme parks.
Let me tell you something about Orlando. Little known fact they don't talk about. Halloween is wild because the best costumers and makeup artists in the world live down there, I would say, because of all the theme parks and all the costume work. So that's like their Super Bowl because they get to make these costumes. So downtown Orlando is insane during Halloween because it's there. That's what they do all their own stuff for.
That's so
And
cool.
it's so cool. Some of the costumes are wild.
Dude, you're going to have a blast down there.
I can't wait. I'm going to the beach.
Hell yeah. Wait, the beach?
It's only 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. You go to Daytona or whatever? Or
No, I'll go to Melbourne
yeah.
or Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach, that's the one.
Go to the Ranjan.
Yeah, Ranjan. They used to ship me out of Port Canaveral to go on the cruise ships. And then that's where they launched the spaceships. You look so bored.
Oh, I'm so bored.
Where are you at this weekend? Which is next weekend?
Or next weekend I'm in Austin at the Creek and Cave.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll be out there, and I'm excited. I like that club. I did it last time, and it's super fun. And yeah, and Emma's coming with me, so we're gonna go do some stuff.
I regret it.
Yeah,
You should
she
go.
she
you should
already
go to the
regrets
Comedy
it.
Mothership and say a bunch of words you're not allowed to say anywhere else. That'll be fun.
Well, what I want to do is I want to go to Comedy Mothership and sound like all the other comics and talk about how original we are. I think that'd be
Exactly.
great. Yeah,
That'll be
wouldn't
fun.
that be fun? Just be like, is anyone ready for the meathead era to be done? I was watching the news. There's like a meathead in every position, every level of government, every podcast. Everyone's just like, can meatheads just go back to helping me do push-ups? Like, when did this intelligent revolution happen of like just a meathead with a microphone and they speak slowly, almost a Kim Kardashian level pace where they don't know what word's coming next, and we're like, oh, they're so deep in thought, they're independent thinkers. No, they're stupid. They're stupid. They were stupid before, they're stupid now. They're like when you go to your friend's house and he has a guitar and he can play the first 10 seconds of 25 songs and you're like, oh my god, what an amazing guitar player. But then if you're like, can you play the next riff in that same song, and it's like you gave it to me and I'm trying to play with my feet. You have pseudo intelligence. You read the first page of 10,000 books and you know so much of nothing. It's baffling to society.
You let it out.
I let it out.
Here's what I got to say about the current administration. Oh, did you want more? I have nothing.
Along those lines, I sent you this article yesterday because Riyadh is doing a comedy festival. This will be the last thing we talk about because I know you have to.
Actually, I will enjoy this one.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia is having a comedy festival. I want to read this article. WME is going to be helping the entertainment district in Saudi Arabia put on a comedy festival. This is the same guy. His name is Turki I can't say his last name. Turkey. And he's been putting on pro wrestling, UFC, and he started his own boxing thing, and he's putting it on in Saudi Arabia, and he has so much money to throw around that all these big sporting events are coming over, and now he's come after comedy. And I guess most people would be like, well, what's the problem with this going on? Well, it's blood money. Like, this is the same kingdom that killed and dismembered that journalist in a what's that called? Where you go get your passport? In some embassy while his wife was waiting in a car outside, and he never came out. And apparently they cut up his body parts and they took it out piece by piece. Yeah, maybe there's a problem accepting this guy's money. But this is the part that is wonderful. Years ago, the Saudi Arabian government, it says here in this article, where does it say? They wanted to buy into WME, like a minority stake, $400 million worth. They wanted to buy into WME. And then they ended up killing that journalist.
Yeah.
And so that squashed the deal. The people that work at William Morris Endeavor are like, well, we can't, take this person's money. And then Yeah, exactly. So that was in 2018 that this $400 million deal got kiboshed because they ended up killing journalist Jamal I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these people's names. Khashoggi's. This is the guy who got dismembered. And then here we are 7 years later, 8 years later, and they're like, well, you can't own part of our agency, but we'll take a bunch of your money and send some comedians out there to go perform. In a country that, like, people don't have equal rights, in a country that doesn't necessarily have freedom of speech, in a country that when WWE sends their female wrestlers out there, they have to wrestle in, like, scuba outfits and cover their entire body from neck to appetite because it doesn't fit into their thing. Like, how's this going to go? Mm-hmm. And also, is Lenny Bruce rolling over in his grave that they always cry that comedy is the last bastion of freedom of speech, and I don't think it is, but I think it's part of it. And then now we're buying comedians with blood money to go perform for the Royals and say and not say, and I was blown away when I read this article.
Mm.
It's crazy. I wonder. I mean, the comics too. Like, are they? I mean, I know get your bag. You know what I mean? But like,
but do you need it? Like, here's the thing, the athletes, I kind of understand because there's only a window. If you're a boxer, if you're a pro wrestler, if you're a UFC fighter, there's such a short window where you can make your money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I get that. But as a comic, I mean, I'm looking at the names on this list. Kevin Hart, are you okay? Like, financially. Tom Segura, Pete Davidson, Russell Peters, Jim Jeffries, Whitney Cummings.
How is Jim Jeffries and Whitney Cummings going to go? Like, are they going to be censored? Because they're going to have to be, right?
Yeah, women are allowed to tell jokes over there?
Yeah, how's that going to go?
Like,
I mean, there's a couple comics on this list which I don't know people's finances, but you would hope to assume you have enough money to live very high end for at least a couple lifetimes already.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Is that like... have we put a price on integrity? Like, it's over? We're just, whatever the amount of money is, we'll go? Like,
what's your price for this show?
Listen, I'd love to say I would turn down every number. But, I mean, you never... Like, if something happens with the family member and we got to put our parents in high-end care and I don't have the money, yeah, maybe I will bow the knee. But if it's like $100 million, I would have to buy a mansion with no mirrors because it would be hard to look in my own reflection going, I just accepted dirty
Literal
money.
blood money.
Like, when you're in this industry, as you start to grow, you have to do business with evil companies that are already screwing over artists and fans with hidden fees and monopolizing venues. I already got to deal with that. And I either have to deal with that or don't do it. But when I have the option of not having to take blood money overseas, I would hope... I'm so disappointed with the people on this list that might take the money and go do it. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, it's not like they're not going to be able to work ever again.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need the money.
It's so, not all of them. Maybe some of them do need the money, and I get it. I don't want to be in people's pockets, but you're like, damn, dude, it's that easy to buy your integrity? That's how easy it is? It's not that hard. It's a bummer. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to end the show on a bummer. So I'm bummed out, so...
Yeah, I'm bummed out, too.
Just because I just want to say to Turkey, like, I'll do it for half. Whatever you're paying them, I'll do it for half.
Turkey. Or a quarter.
Turkey.
Yeah, a quarter.
Hey,
5%. First class flight, I'll go.
Yeah.
I've never been in a lie flat. Come on, bring me out.
I mean, just to cover the Sandy's medical bills. Come on, Turkey. Yeah.
Crying out loud.
For crying out loud. Let's do
I'll
it.
go to Saudi Arabia. I'll go to Turkey.
I'll eat turkey in Saudi Arabia. What do you want me to do? Anyway, that's the episode this week. I'm glad Sandy's doing well.
She's all good.
And
Sandy.
don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow Mike on all the things. Emma doesn't want to be followed. And is that right?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't use social media.
She's not on social media, so if you want to see pictures from 5 years ago, give her a follow. And a random story here and there. Other than that, we'll catch you guys. I would say next week, but we'll catch you guys when we catch you guys. How about that? We're not trying to turn this into a job.
that?
All right? All right.
No sponsors.
Bye, everybody.
No sponsors. Bye, everybody.
Trekking, heavier traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.